Welcome back, my friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. This episode's going to be exciting. I'm cleaning up some quests here in Angmar. I am in Gath-Fortnir, one of the main hubs of Angmar, if you recall, way back in the day. They've updated the region, so there were some quests added, I guess, that I did not complete when I first came through here. So, let's go ahead and start talking to some NPCs. There should be maybe 6 quests here for me.
Would you do something for me?
This next task you cannot possibly succeed at alone, or even with a fellowship of your closest allies. Nay, you must assemble a war party if you are to defeat Bogbarith. No ordinary creature is she, Bogbarith, the poison queen of Himbar. You must strike swift and true against her, for her hide is a steel armor, and her fangs are keen-edged daggers dripping venom. Assemble your band of heroes and journey back to Bogbarith. You will find her there, unless she finds you first. Now, certainly I do recall fighting Bogbarith, and I believe the other one is Ferndur, but I guess they added some quests for those 2 landscape raids here. So, here is this guy. He has 4 quests for me, emissaries. So, emissary of Goblin Town.
Might I take a moment of your time?
The text you recovered told of an alliance between Angmar and the goblins of Goblin Town. Rumor has been told that Angmar and Goblin Town have had troubles entreating in the past. It is strange to find the goblins here. Perhaps this emissary is here without the knowledge of his leaders. You should investigate the matter. There have been many reports of goblins near the Tower of Minas Mar, near Barad Gularan. We must stop this alliance from happening no matter the cost. Defeat the emissary and return to me when the deed is done. If you wish to succeed, you will likely want to take allies with you.
Could I speak with you a moment?
The text you recovered told of an alliance between Angmar and the Dour Hands. Our scouts tell us that an emissary of the Dour Hands has come to treat with Angmar. You should investigate the matter. There have been many reports of dwarves near the Tower of Minas Angul, near Barad Gularan. We must stop this alliance from happening no matter the cost. Defeat this emissary, Logi Golden Tongue, then return back to me when the deed is done. If you are to succeed, you should take allies.
Might I take a moment of your time?
The text you recovered told of an alliance between Angmar and the Trev Duverdine. I have done some research and learned that Domangart has sent an emissary to treat with Angmar. You should investigate the matter. There have been many reports of hillmen of the Trev Duverdine near the Tower of Minas Agar near Barad Gularan. We must stop this alliance from happening no matter the cost. Defeat Karstiona, the emissary, then return to me. If you wish to enter Minas Agar, I suggest you take trustworthy allies.
Could I speak with you a moment?
The text you recovered told of an alliance between Angmar and Saruman. I have investigated the matter and found that the White Hand has sent an emissary to treat with Angmar. As a result, there have been many reports of orcs gathering near the Tower of Minas Kal, near Barad Gularan. We must stop this alliance from happening no matter the cost. Defeat the emissary of the half-orc Balak and return to me when the deed is done. You will want to take allies if you are to succeed. Now, I'm pretty sure I also defeated all these enemies when I came through Angmar, but I guess there wasn't a quest attached to it at the time. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just a gut feeling I have. Finally, over here,
I would be grateful for your assistance.
You have stopped the evil engine of the Cauldron of Death. You have stopped the supply of money to the North Downs. And you have ended the terror of Delux. But still, the dead rise. I fear this is the work of a dread sorcerer, Lord Ferndur. You have gathered allies and helped us to slow the spread of the dead. However, defeating Lord Ferndur is no small task. If you would challenge this fell master of death, you must assemble an even greater force. I believe that Ferndur is concerned more with summoning of the fell spirits that are used to animate the shambling bodies of the dead than he is with the wights. You must return to the cursed isle of Imlad Balkorth. Find the place where the fell spirits throng and destroy them. Destroy them all and perhaps Ferndur will appear, for he must know it when his summoned spirits are banished. Be wary, for this threat may be the gravest yet. Faced in the darkness of Angmar, a monstrous evil whose only superior is the north, is in the dread citadel of Karndun itself. Alright, so we have a bunch of quests to do here. Looks like 6 of them. All fellowship or raid quests to defeat enemies, but they're level 50, so I should be able to solo them. No problem. Okay, let's get going. I think I will follow the quest arrow and do Bogbarith first. And then I could probably milestone back here and go over to Barad Gularan. There are the 4 towers around it for the emissary quests. and we'll kind of go from there. I'm not going to do too much editing this episode. I know for some of these cleanup episodes previously, I've been doing a lot of editing, but this one seems a little bit more streamlined, right? So we can ride around together. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll find a nice way to get this done. It is a little bit nostalgic to be running around and getting lost in Angmar, right? Especially as we hit up those towers in Baragularan. I'm sure I'll get lost, but that's alright, that's alright. Let me see. Yeah, I want to go that way. No, I want to go west. I want to go that way. I got a little bit confused because the arrow started pointing the opposite direction. But we should be able to hit the northern edge of Himbar and enter Bogbreth's cave. I did find that treasure for the deed in the last episode, so I know where I'm headed. I believe that Bogbreth has a poison that one-shots you if you're not careful, so I'll have to utilize my first aid skill and make sure that I am not having any nasty poisons on me. What always worries me about those is sometimes you get a double poison, right? Like you get a little baby poison. And then you clear it, and then immediately after they put like the big poison on you, and your first aid is on cooldown, and then you're kind of screwed. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Now, I remember how to summon Bogbreth. I don't remember how to summon Ferndur, but I'll worry about that when I get to him. For this one, you just gotta kill a bunch of the little baby spiders, and eventually Bogbreth spawns. So, let's get to it, I guess. There she is. She has finally spawned. Let me just do some single target damage here. I'll keep an eye out for poisons. Gonna put some bad bleeds on this bad boy. Just have to be patient in getting her to spawn, I guess. Nice interrupt. Excellent. And there you go. And they also gave us a deed here as well to defeat Ferndur and Bogbreth. So there is a new deed for that, as you can see here. Very cool. So let me head back to Garth Fortnir, and then we will move on to the next one. Actually, am I... It might be easier to just go to Ferndur from here, actually, instead of going back to Garth Fortnir. So let me go straight to Ferndur. Unfortunately, my inventory... I really need to clear my inventory, man. I keep putting it off. Let me get rid of some traveler loot boxes or whatever. I don't know if there's anything else I can get rid of besides going to a shop. Alright, we're fine for now. It's fine. This is my oldest nemesis in any RPG game, is limited inventory space. The final boss of final bosses. Especially for a hoarder slash completionist. It's absolutely terrifying for me to, you know, figure out how to manage the inventory. So this location that I'm headed to next is one of my least favorite in Angmar because it is very difficult to maneuver in there. but hopefully I can figure it out. And again, I don't recall how to spawn Ferndur. I think it's a similar mechanic to Bogbarith, right? I think you go to a specific spot and you start killing whites and then he eventually shows up. That's what I want to say. Then we'll go back there to Baragularan, hit up all the towers. Should be good times. I want to take a poll in the audience. What are your guys' opinion on Angmar? It seems to be very love-hate, right? Some people love the region, some people hate it. I'm actually a fan of Angmar. I think it's a great map. It's a challenging map, right? And I think that's why a lot of people hate it, is because it is difficult. Maneuvering through it, the enemies in it, it is challenging. Especially when you're on level and you're trying to maneuver through a physically difficult map to navigate through. And you're also having to worry about all the enemies. It can be a bit of a pain. I don't know if I can get in through... Let me go south, actually. Because I don't know if I can get in from the north. Can I? Let me just take a peek here. I might be able to. I'm just worried that I'll get here and it'll be blocked off with a giant cliff, but... I'll take the risk. I have a bad feeling that it is going to be blocked off. Looks like it is indeed. Never mind. I found a little cubby here to cut through. Problem is, can I survive this fall? Let me see if I can gently fall down this cliff. Alright, fell down one little area. Gonna try to hug the wall, because if I can get like a step on my pony, it breaks the fall. Alright, we survived, Very good. All in the name of finding a shortcut. I'll take it. Let me take a look at the map. I'm going southeast-ish. Let me find more shortcuts to break my legs on. Now, you do have to be careful. The water here is dangerous. The lighter green one, it just puts effects on you, but this, like, radioactive-looking water, it's insta-death if you touch it, so definitely gotta mind out for that. You have found Ferndur's lair. Alright, so... I believe that I just start killing enemies here. Let's do that. Alright, and looks like there's Ferndur. What? Is it possible? Invaders? Let me absolutely destroy him with some bleeds. Really? Alright, and he is dead. Excellent. Finish that. Let me go back now to Gath Fortnir, and then we can go to Baragularan, hit up all the towers around there, but I will clear my inventory as well before meeting you. Alright, so I cleared my inventory and I found some junk items that are actually an upgrade for me, so it tells you how badly outdated my gear is. But these gloves will give me a lot more armor, a good chunk more agility, a little bit more vitality, and I'll be getting finesse instead of parry rating, so I will do that. And then these boots, I'll almost double my armor. I'll get a big upgrade on agility, big upgrade on vitality, and big upgrade on critical ratings. So I'm going to upgrade to that as well. And since I'm here, let me go ahead and turn in these 2 quests that I just did.
What do you need?
The great beast has fallen and her poisonous reign is ended. This has been another blow to the Iron Crown and the forces of Angmar, and we owe it all to you and your allies. What allies, sir? That was all me, okay? All me.
I am at your service.
Truly, you have accomplished a deed worthy of the great tales of past ages. It may be a long time before Imlad Balcroth is cleansed of the ancient evil, but in a single stroke, you have broken one of the main buttresses that supports Angmar's vile strength. I salute you. Alright, let's go to the 4 towers around Baragularan. Hopefully I don't get too lost. And if I do, I'll do a little bit of editing, okay? I forgot all this overflow stuff. Okay. Got a Tome of the Fox. That's kind of cool. I guess I already have it. No, you need to be a lore master. Alright. Anyway, let me get on a pony. Let's get going. Let's roll. It is kind of nice to go back and clean up all these quests. It makes me feel a little bit more organized with the series, but I am very eager to just get back to a regular season, you know? And that's going to be Mordor. And I'm super excited to get to that. It is a little bit tedious for me to do this cleanup stuff. Not the recording part, but it takes a lot of work in the background to research and figure out what quests I need to go do, and if this quest listed is still even in the game, is it possible for me to do it? It's a lot of work behind the scenes, which does get a little frustrating. But I think I'm making good progress in the cleanup. Yeah, this is just not as easy to record, right? When it's just a regular season, I literally just hit record and start talking to NPCs with quest rings above their head. But for episodes like this, I have to spend a lot of time just figuring out what I'm even doing and what I need to do. Okay, so looks like I can take that path. That's going to lead me to one of the towers. Let's just start there and see where we go. It's like we're starting with the Emissary of the White Hand. Yeah, I guess the banners kind of indicate what tower you're headed to. Alright, in we go.
In the south, Saruman builds his strength at Isengard. Despite past conflicts with Angmar, he has sent an emissary to Minas Caul to forge an alliance between the White Hand and the Iron Crown.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done these quests, but I guess they added different versions of the quest. Are you threatening the White Hand? How dare you? You will pay with your life for your attempts. Come forth and feast upon these fools. There is death to be had. Come and share in their blood. Alright, that guy's spamming text. I'm not going to read it all. Let me get rid of these ads as best I can. Alright, there we go. So that is one of them. Excellent. Let me see where I am. So it looks like I can start going south to the next one. I'm just going to follow this path and hopefully it takes me to where I need to go. I don't know. I'm not that optimistic about the pathing here. We'll see. It is tricky to go from tower to tower, but such is the things that we do. Now, I can't forget, there is an artificial quest I'm gonna have to do as well at the end of this episode. But for now, we are headed to the next tower. Minas Agar.
Many are the hillmen of Angmar who have chosen to serve the Iron Crown. Now they seek further favor from their dark masters by sending an emissary to Minas Agar. If the hillmen cannot be dissuaded, Eriador will surely fall.
You're not from Karn Doom. What are you doing here? Stop where you are, or you will not leave this room alive. Lend me your strength. Let me interrupt her. Spirits to me. Alright, that is another emissary defeated. And let us continue here. We are going to continue south-ish. Maybe it's not as difficult to get from tower to tower as I had anticipated. It's like that little path will lead me to the next one. The emissary from Goblin Town. Guy's doing an escort quest. Angmar is challenging on level.
Spurred by the call of the Dark Lord, the goblins of the Misty Mountains have sent an emissary to Minas Mar to treat with the Iron Crown. If these two forces unite, there may be no stopping Angmar from sweeping through Eriador.
Did my king send you? I don't know what these little goblins are doing, but it matters not. Beautiful. So we got one more emissary to fight here. And we're going to the southernmost tower. Should be pretty simple, I hope. Man, I haven't gotten lost all episodes, so I'd be very proud if I can just simply make it to the next tower. Looks like I have to go up this path, though, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I have to go up there and around. No problem. Don't want to fall here. That would be super annoying. Now we're here to fight the emissary of the Dour Hands. It's a pretty nice reception. All these emissaries get a giant tower to themselves. That's pretty cool.
With the downfall of Skorgrim, the Dour Hands have become leaderless. In desperation, they have sent an emissary to Minas Angos to renew the alliance that their late lord forged with Angmar. An alliance which cannot be allowed to survive.
Angmar wishes our power. We will show them our power. Let us see how you fare against the combined strength of me and my men. Wow, they're all running away. Killed one of them. Most of them got away, but one of them was not so lucky. Very good. So those are all the emissaries. Next, let me return to Gath Fortnir, turn in these quests. Good times.
What can I do for you?
You have helped the free people avoid the greatest threats. An alliance between the goblins of the Misty Mountains and Iron Crown would have been disastrous.
What can I do for
The downfall of the Dour Hand's emissaries will be sure to sever the alliance between the two evil powers. Well done, Kippen.
How can I be of service?
Of all alliances the Iron Crown could have forged, this was the most dire. If they lent greater support to the Trev Duverdain, our efforts would have been in vain. Well done. You have helped the free peoples avoid the greatest threats in the north. An alliance of this magnitude would certainly have spelled the downfall of Eriador. Thank you for helping us push back evil this day. Okay, very good. So those are a majority of the quests. There is one more I need to do. I'm going to have to do it artificially, so I'll do some editing for that. So I missed a quest here, which is ridiculously easy to miss, and I'd be surprised if any of you have actually completed this quest. This quest is called An Understanding, and if you see, I'm next to this guy here, Nekton, and let me show you exactly where that is on the map. Just a little bit northeast of Oghair. Now, if you recall way back from my Angmar season, there was a whole quest chain that culminated in the Rite of Klukath. In order to be able to do this quest here, called An Understanding, you have to have the Rite of Klukath quest active, but not complete. Here's the catch though. Whenever you finish the prerequisites for that final quest, as soon as you pick up the Rite of Klukath, immediately the same NPC that gave you the quest has a gold ring above his head for you to continue the quest by going into an instance. So you would get the quest and you see immediately, it's like, oh, are you ready to travel now to the instance? And then you click yes, you go, you complete the quest. However, when you complete that quest, this one here, An Understanding, becomes inactive. So it's kind of crazy. Who would know to pick up that quest, come here, and then go back and do the instance to finish it? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, if you have the Rite of Klukath quest active, but have not completed it yet by completing the instance, you could come here, talk to this guy, and he would say, what do you want, Kippen? Have you returned to gloat that you were chosen as the warrior to fight in Klukath against Trev Duverdain? The vengeance for which I have trained so long has been stolen from me. I am sorry. I see the wisdom in it, though it be hard. It is the way of my people that the strongest warrior should take the heaviest load, and you have proven yourself master. I must put the needs of the Trev Galorg before my vengeance. Tell Ryth at Krenog's ruling seat that I am at ease. Go forth to the Klukath with my blessing, friend Hobbit. Alright, so then you would finally go back all the way to Oghair. Alright, and then you would talk to Wraith. This guy here. You would finally talk to him, and he would say, you have taken it upon yourself to make peace with Nekton? That is good, Kippen. I know now what I only believed before. Krenog was right to give you this femme. You truly are a friend of the Trev Galorg. And then the quest would complete. The quest An Understanding. Now, again, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because when you get that final quest, you get it, I believe, from this guy. You get the Rite of Klukath, and then immediately has a ring above his head. You talk to him again, you do the instance, and then you become ineligible for the artificial quest I just did. I know I'm ranting about it. I know I've said the same thing 3 times. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And the next artificial quest I'm going to show you also doesn't make sense, but that is for the next edit. Alright friends, I am back here in Non-Guruth around Barad Gularan, right over here, and I'm specifically looking for these guys, Enslaved Palefolk. Now I missed a quest here, actually 2 quests that are part of a chain, in a very bizarre way, so I think this was a little bit of programming oversight on the developer. So there's a quest chain with 3 quests, but you can do the last part of the quest without having done the first 2. And that is a quest called End the Nightmare. So I did the quest End the Nightmare, and when you do that, the 2 quests that should lead into it become ineligible for you to do, right? So it's a little bit weird. It's like you can do the last part of the chain without having done the first 2 parts, and once you do the last part, you can no longer do the first 2. So that's kind of what happened to me. So let's do the first 2 parts of that End the Nightmare chain. and it will start here with a quest called the Tarnished Bracelet. So if you kill some of these enslaved pale folk, they would drop a bracelet called the Tarnished Bracelet. And upon interacting with it, you would get the bestowal dialogue. Wiping away the bit of grime covering the bracelet, you discover an engraving that reads, Deirdre. It may be that someone from Tamun Sursa will recognize the bracelet or the name engraved upon it. So then you have to talk to a bunch of villagers right outside of Karn Doom. So I'm going to make my way all the way up there, and I'm going to take you with me. We are legitimately recreating this quest. I'm not going to magically teleport over there, though depending on how long this episode is, I may fast forward the ride, okay? Just to spare you some grief. Not all the grief. You're going to suffer a little bit with me. But maybe I'll fast forward this. Alright, so I have made it to this village. I have to find a bunch of people to talk to. And since I don't have the quest rings, it's going to be difficult for me to find them. Okay, so actually there are people all over Angmar you could talk to for optional dialogue. But in order to advance the quest, you talk to Aya over here. And if you talk to her, she would say, as long as you have the bracelet in your inventory, she would say, What? Where did you find this? This belonged to my Deirdre. I thought it was lost forever when she was taken from me by the Angmarim, but that was so long ago. Thanks for finding it. At this point, the quest would conclude and lead into the second quest in the chain, which is called My Heart's Hope. So then you would talk to Aya, and she would say, Could it be that my Deirdre still lives? It may be too much to hope for, but if you do not see her in Karn Doom, perhaps they took her into Non-Gruth? Please, I beg you to go there and search for her. Non-Gruth lies to the southeast. So yeah, unfortunately I have to go back to Minas Mar, where I just came from, in Badar Gularan. I'm not going to make you sit through that ride again, so I will edit myself over there. Alright, and here she is in Minas Mar. You can see she is right here. So then you would escort her out of here. And then you would have to go back to Aya, all the way near Karn Doom to complete the quest. Now this doesn't make sense to me, right? Because think about it. The pale folk here are the ones that drop the bracelet, okay? So, alright, let me... Humor me, you guys, for a second, okay? Humor me. I am a level 48 character. I'm running through this place for the first time, right? And these guys are great for me, but they would aggro on me, right? So I fight this goblin, fight the little goblin. Bye, goblin, you're dead. And then I come here. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, pale folk. Oh, enslaved pale folk. Kill him. Oh, what's this? I got a tarnished bracelet. Okay, so I start the quest for the tarnished bracelet, right? But I'm here, so I'm like, all right, I'll go talk to people about the bracelet in a little bit. Let me continue exploring this area. Why not? Why not? And then you're exploring, you're killing some stuff along the way. All of a sudden, you get over here, and you got this lady, and you're like, oh, thank you for freeing me. Please help me make it south to Gorthot. My god, I could not have timed this better. Wow, what an artificial recreation of this quest. We're really doing it, boys. Anyways, you come here, you rescue her. This is End the Nightmare, which is the third and final part of the quest. This is an amazing quest recreation. I cannot have planned this any better. This is actually amazing. This is actually amazing. Alright, so we're escorting her. We're escorting her. Come on, Deirdre. You're almost there. You're almost alive. There we go. Keep escorting her out of here. She's gonna make it. She's gonna be alright, you guys. I really cannot believe the luck I had artificially recreating this quest to the most perfect capacity possible. We're actually escorting her. Although, this is the End of Nightmare quest, which I already did. Let us rest for a moment. There will be more enemies up ahead. By the way, we're still in my hypothetical, right? We killed the Pale Folk, we got the Tarnished Bracelet in our inventory, but we haven't completed that quest, and now we're doing the End of Nightmare. This guy thinks I'm helping him, but really, he's the one that's helping me. Enough rest. Let's go now. Yeah, if you guys see this guy, Zwallen Megfer of the 7 Stars, let him know that he played a big role in this Lord of the Rings Online series. I don't remember this quest being this long, but it is what it is. Oh, looks like those guys were a little late on their ambush, which is kind of funny. They like missed her entirely. Let's rest again here. No rest. Keep going, lady. Have an episode to finish. So again, we got the Tarnished Bracelet in the inventory. I was exploring over there. I started doing this escort quest. So I'm like, alright, let me finish this escort quest and then I'll go figure out this bracelet thing. Got a little warg here. Wow, that spear just totally missed. Are we safe yet? What if we have to escort her all the way to Carn-dûm? You have my thanks, friend. I think I will be safe now on my own. Okay, so End the Nightmare would complete here, and by this quest completing, the bracelet in my inventory becomes null and void. And I can no longer do the quest, the Tarnished Bracelet, or its follow-up, Heart's Hope, right? So that's how I missed those 2 quests, is because normally you're a player, you're exploring that area. Naturally, as soon as you get the bracelet, before you have a chance to go all the way to freaking Carn-dûm to finish that quest, you're gonna escort this lady out. So it makes no sense how the developers did that. I think it might be an oversight on their part. But anyways, after you escort her, you go back to Carn-dûm to finish the quest. So let me just show that real quick, even though I've already done this quest. And then if you recall, once you do finally do that escort quest, which I did do for End the Nightmare, you finally come back here, talk to Aya one more time, and she would say, my Deidre is safe. Oh, thank you. Thank you, brave Southron. Now that quest I did do, that final quest, the End the Nightmare, the escort and all that. I just didn't do the 2 leading up to it, which was kind of weird. But I think that's it. Those are all the quests here in Angmar. Next up, there are a bunch of deeds that I want to go back to, Slayer deeds that were within the instances of Angmar, like Carn-dûm, Urgarth, Bada Gularan, all of those. So I may be doing that in the next episode. I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not already part of the Fellowship. See you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.